Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Professor Pragmatic. I'm here to discuss with you guys today the 6 signs you're in a healthy relationship, plus a bonus one at the end. Because I know a lot of people have a hard time understanding what a healthy relationship is. Some women leave good relationships with men and regret it later, and it'll be a real difficult battle downhill, you know what I'm saying, or uphill, as they're trying to get back on their feet or back into a good relationship. And so sometimes the man won't accept them back, or sometimes, you know what I mean, like people move on and shit like that. And men have done the same thing, you know what I'm saying, where they leave a good woman and, you know, regret it later and wish that they had something they could do about it, but it's almost too late. So here's 6 healthy signs that you're in a healthy relationship, you know what I'm saying? So here's the first one: accountability. So with an accountability, the man has to, you know, the man or the woman has to admit when they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Being able to admit when you're wrong is a very responsible thing to do as far as taking accountability. And, you know, if you did something wrong, the best thing to do is to admit it. You know what I'm saying? So if you cheated it, the best thing to do is admit it. If you didn't do something that was requested and you were trusted with that task, let's say pay the light bill or something like that, just admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know you were wrong in a situation, and, you know, instead of beating around the bush, lying, changing the subject, transferring the energy to the other person, so making them feel in trouble, you know what I'm saying, and all this other stuff, just admit it, you know what I'm saying, take accountability. Next is accept responsibility for behaviors, you know what I'm saying, so your attitudes and your values, you know what I'm saying, like you want to make sure that you're taking responsibility for how you act, you know what I'm saying, for the attitudes that you portray and that you give out on a daily basis, and the values that you value, you know what I'm saying. And so these things are important, because taking accountability for how you are and what you do is a big step, you know what I'm saying. It allows you to work on yourself clearly, instead of, you know, one day just looking up and saying what's wrong, and there's so many things are wrong, you don't know where to start, you know what I'm saying. It's about taking accountability. Alright, so the next one is safety, you know what I'm saying. Refusing to intimidate or manipulate your partner, women and men, you know what I'm saying. So you don't want to, you know, intimidate or manipulate your partner as far as, like, you know, talking negatively or trying to, like, debo them into doing things that you know you wouldn't even do yourself, you know what I'm saying. And so not only that, but, like, you know, women like to manipulate men into spending money. Supposedly men like to manipulate women into, you know, sleeping with them and stuff like that. It's you know, it doesn't make for a safe environment between the two. You know, if you're always manipulating your partner, one of them is going to catch on that either the manipulator is going to lose respect for the person they manipulated, or the manipulator is going to realize they've been manipulated and they're going to act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And so there's some people that stay stuck in that stuff, but that doesn't, you know what I mean, that doesn't portray the masses. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that will realize that they're being manipulated, or that will lose respect for manipulating the person that's manipulated. And so next, as far as in safety, is respecting physical space. You know what I'm saying? And so this, you know, when you have physical space, let's say that you just came home from work and you're trying to get some alone time and stuff like that, a person always in your face, constantly asking you stuff, you know, constantly requesting stuff, or constantly, you know, making calls to actions and stuff like that, you gotta like, you know, respect their space. You know what I'm saying? Like, And this also goes with, not breaking people's windows if they cheat, or, not destroying somebody's, property and stuff like that if they're, if they did something wrong that you didn't like or something like that. It's a big deal to respect somebody's physical space. You know what I'm saying? So this includes, like, if you get mad at a person because they haven't, asked you to marry them, and it's been like 4 or 5 years, that's your fault for being in that relationship. But at the same time, you got to respect his space. Maybe he's thinking about something or saving up for a better, bigger ring for you or something like that, and you just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So respect somebody's space. When they're coming home from work and they had a long day, instead of making it harder for them, you should make it easier for them. You know what I'm saying? A safe space. So this is part of safety. You know what I'm saying? And so if he thinks that you're always going to break his stuff, doesn't respect his stuff, you know what I'm saying, doesn't respect his bubble and stuff like that, it's gonna cause stress, you know what I'm saying, in the relationship, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying. And so you got to realize this, because it's very important that a woman and a man respect each other's physical space. The other part about the safety is expressing self non-violently, you know what I'm saying. And so you don't want to, be in a relationship with somebody that hits you all the time, or does violent acts in order to please themselves or get their way or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? And so you don't want that type of energy around you. Anyway, so expressing yourself non-violently would be, practicing non-violent ways to deal with subjects and stuff like that. So this would be, instead of breaking his window or smashing his TV or doing something of that nature, maybe you should, talk it out. Maybe you should, invite him out for a lunch or something like that, just to talk, like walk with him somewhere and enjoy a conversation with him, or text him and see, and what's the deal, call him or something like that. You don't need to be violent in every situation with your partner. This is a person you sleep with, you shower with sometimes, you eat with, sometimes you go pretty much a lot of places with them if you're not at work or at like a doctor's appointment or some shit. And so what I don't understand about people's relationships is, why are you sleeping with this person's in your bed, sleeping with you? The closest you can get to somebody is inside them, and that's basically what you're doing. And for some odd reason, you feel like you have to make that person your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the closer that person comes into your life, the more closer to the enemy they become. It almost seems like that makes no sense. That should be your partner, in whom you're sleeping with, showering with, eating with, going places with. You know what I'm saying? You need to be building up and not, causing havoc in your life. And if that's a person that you really don't want to be with, I have no idea why you're wasting your time. And so next one is honesty. You know what I'm saying? Communicating openly and truthfully. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to communicate openly and truthfully, because it gives a clear playing field for both sides. You know what I'm saying? When it's openly communicated and it's all true. You know what I'm saying? If the woman says, I like purple flowers, but she really likes, jet skis or some shit like that, then telling you that she likes purple flowers is not going to help anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has to tell you what she really likes, or what she's really into, what she's really feeling, what she's really going through, in order for the relationship to really work. You see what I'm saying? Or else it's based off lies. It's a house of cards. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? And so communicating openly about stuff, instead of, a woman staying with a man and he does a problem or an issue, and instead of addressing it right then and there, she allows it to build on and build on and build on until she no longer wants to deal with the man because of this subject. And she could have communicated it in the first 3 days or something like that, of figuring it out. but she waited 6-7 months or a year or 2 years in order to express this after it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? And so what I say about that is, if the grass needs cut the damn grass when it needs to be cut, so it's not overgrown. You got all these animals and insects in your lawn, and it's been a year since you cut it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. When the grass needs cutting, cut the grass, right? So why I say that is, communicate openly and truthfully is a really big step. You know what I'm saying? In having a healthy relationship. And so if you guys are always communicating openly, you can tell that it's not no lies. And let's say you can look through each other's phones and stuff like that, and communicate. I would say without any lies being prevalent, meaning there's no lies in the communication, then that's a sign of a healthy relationship. Now, next is support. So supporting each other's choices, you know what I'm saying? So you want somebody, you don't have to have, shared values, but you can support each other's differences, you know what I'm saying? And so being able to support each other's choices, whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? So if your woman wants to be like a lawyer, or she wants to be somebody that, even if she wants to be the president, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta support what she wants to do, you know what I'm saying? And same with the women, you have to support what your man wants to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think it's a one-sided relationship where you're able to just receive, and you haven't done your part in giving, you know what I'm saying? And so supporting each other's choices is a good step. If he wants to eat here, go there, but then suggest next time where you want to go, right? You know what I'm saying? And so things like that. If he wants to go on a trip, you know what I'm saying, and you're not really feeling it or something like that, man, go on the trip and support your man. And then next time, you know what I'm saying, next time suggest somewhere you want to go or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's just like supporting each other in the different things that are involved in your relationship or involved between you two, you know what I'm saying? So another thing is being understanding. So understanding each other's faults, weaknesses, strengths, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. You want to understand fully and show that you're being understanding. You know what I'm saying? So that you're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be not knowing what he's talking about and letting it just fly in one ear and out the other, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your woman to be telling you things and you're not picking up on it. You know what I'm saying? And so it could cause a problematic relationship when the two don't understand each other. Another thing is offering encouragement. You know what I'm saying? You want to encourage each other to do whatever that they want to do and what's going on in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Be their encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they feel like they can't do something, let them know they can. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like they can accomplish something, let them know they can. If they want to move to a new job and start some kind of new career or something like that, let them know they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many people are worried about, building up a person and them leaving them. It's like, if you were a good person in the first place, they wouldn't want to leave you. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not really a basis or grounds for not being able to encourage somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so you want to build up your people properly. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like when you're offering encouragement, you want to be positive, not toxic positivity, but positive. You know what I'm saying? You want to be uplifting. You know what I mean? You want to be motivational. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that'll help a man or a woman feel real good in a place of vulnerability or problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where they don't really see the light, and you help them see the light. You know what I'm saying? It's a positive influence. Then listening non-judgmentally, you know what I'm saying? So we listen, but we don't judge, you know what I'm saying? It's like you want to listen without being super judgmental or even judgmental at all, you know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of listen to accept what's being said, or listen to hear what's being said, or listen to process what's being said without judging the person for what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a positive thing when you can talk to somebody and you know they're not going to judge you for everything you say. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not going to judge you for everything you do. You know what I'm saying? And so listen to body language non-judgmentally, listen to their love language is non-judgmentally, listen to them talking non-judgmentally. You know what I'm saying? So this would include not saying shit like, oh, that's weird, or, you know what I'm saying, going off to another friend and causing, gossip session about the other party or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just listening non-judgmentally is more like what we need. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had lost your job because you was, exclaiming it on TikTok that, you had the best job in the world and stuff like that, and somebody reported it, like, you want people, when you express that stuff, to listen non-judgmentally, but somebody judged enough to get you fired after after you said what you said. And so it's just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, when you know that there's not going to be a consequence for everything that you say, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that they're going to say some wild ass shit. It just means that they know that they can count on you to talk about anything, you know what I'm saying? And so the next thing is cooperation. So asking and not expecting. This is a big, a big thing that women and men need to understand. It's like, we're not supposed to be expecting from each other at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no expectations. These are disappointments. You know what I'm saying? And so expecting so much from a relationship is retarded. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in the people that can't do their thing. That's special ed to me, bro. Retarded is like a fire retardant is gonna put out the fire. It's gonna stop the fire, right? That's retarded to me. To me, it stops the flow of how to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And so asking but not expecting. Remember this, because expectations always lead to disappointment. You expect a person to get here at this time and they get here at that time, and it disappoints you. You know what I'm saying? You expect to reach a certain goal at this date. You don't until this date. It disappoints you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop expecting and start, just asking. You know what I mean? And so this would include when they touch me or something, when I'm feeling it or something, I'm giving them hints and shit like that. Like, don't expect, like, ask, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say, like, oh, do you know what I'm saying? Are you feeling it tonight or something? Give them some, not hint, but like something that's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? And so asking but not expecting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you want to go on a trip, not with your girls, because that's bullshit. But you know what I'm saying, you're going to go on a trip with your man and stuff. Instead of expecting, oh, he's going to take me on a trip, ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to go on a trip? Next, it's like, if you're trying to get married and it's like, oh, it's been 4 or 5, 6 years and my man hasn't, he hasn't tried to marry me at all, just asked me to marry him or nothing, or hasn't gotten engaged or anything. Just ask him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really love that man that much, bro, what's holding you back from asking him? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's women that do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hard thing to do. Lesbians do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's some women out there that have done that for men. It's if you really want to be with that person. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be 4, 5, 6 years with that person and want them to marry you, but they're just not saying it. And maybe because they don't think about it like that, like how you do, because you're expecting and stuff. Maybe you just need to ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, are you thinking about getting married? Or, do your little proposal act. You know what I'm saying? Put little flowers in a nice, swan pond, and take them around the little park, and have a whole bunch of people waiting outside to watch you propose to them. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, if you think that tradition is gonna supersede innovation, then you're ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not, a lot of women aren't proposing. Is that why a lot of women aren't getting married? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it shouldn't be just men, and it shouldn't be just women. You know what I'm saying? And so that it goes for the drizzle and the sprinkle and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about it. If you really want something done, don't expect it, but ask for it. You know what I'm saying? The next thing is accepting change. When you accept change, it's like, you know what I mean? If, let's say, your boyfriend or husband gets a new job and y'all make more money, like, accept the change. You know what I'm saying? If he makes less money, accept the change. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you accept these changes and stuff? I mean, like, let's say that he gets a lower paying job, adding passive income streams to his life by, encouraging that type of stuff is accepting the change. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, okay, we're gonna make less, but we're gonna add more. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what the basis of that is. Next is making decisions together, which is, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you guys are on the same page with stuff. You're not just impulse buying or going with your whim, that he's gonna believe exactly everything that you say. Everything that you do off the rip. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about it. Make sure that you guys are making the decision together on a lot of things, because a relationship is togetherness. So making decisions together is part of the thing to do. It's not a man lead and make everything up to do and you just follow. It's not that. It's not a woman does the same. Women leaders, you know what I'm saying? A man just follow. No, it's making decisions together. It's a togetherness, functionality. It's a togetherness ritual. And so, also willing to compromise. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to go really bad to a concert and your man didn't feel comfortable with it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be willing to compromise. You know what I'm saying? If your woman, you really wanted to go to a trip and take her to Europe or something like that, or you wanted to take her to the Maldives or something like that, and she couldn't make it because, let's say her mother's sick or something like that, you gotta be willing to compromise. You gotta be willing to, you can't just be like, I really wanted this trip so bad, it's on the perfect time, and making up all this stuff to yourself on why it shouldn't, why now that person that you just been sleeping with for the last 2 years, 3 years, together with for the last 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and building up and doing a whole bunch of work together, that person's just not, your person no more because you're not willing to compromise. You see what I'm saying? You have to be willing to compromise in order to build a relationship. Sometimes it takes compromise in order, I wouldn't say severely compromise, I would say compromise, you know what I'm saying? Because too much of anything is poison. And so the willingness to compromise is a big step in cooperation. And the other thing is win-win resolutions to conflicts, you know what I'm saying? It's not always somebody has to be the loser in the relationship, somebody has to be the winner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can both win in the relationship. Y'all both winning in the relationship. If your man don't got, like, let's say, I'm tired of all these women talking about brokies and brokey this and brokey that. Some of the best men are men that don't have money, you know what I'm saying? And why I say this is because just because they don't have money, you should be working on trying to get that bag for him, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, getting together with a man that's work withable, that's, trainable, that you could not train like a dog, but I'm saying that's you could get them on some passive income streams or on a YouTube channel or on a TikTok or something like that. You could get them, you know what I'm saying, doing some kind of work to build up himself, and by year 5 you guys are solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is going well. The money part was the only issue. He had everything else on 100, but his money was on 5. You know what I'm saying? And now you got, instead of saying he's a brokey and he don't deserve no love, you gave him love and built him up, and he ain't never had it like that. So he treated you with the utmost respect. And when he finally made it to have enough money, then that's when he comes in and blesses you. You know what I'm saying? That's a good partner. that nature. Last one is trust. Accepting each other's word and giving the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? And so trusting that your partner is telling you the truth and giving them the benefit of the doubt when it doesn't look like it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? And so that's it's big. You know what I'm saying? It's big to understand these things. Like if you always, thinking that your partner's cheating or something like that, or you can't trust where they've been and stuff like that, that could be a sign that you're a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe their insecurities. And so remember that. And giving the benefit of the doubt, if they said that they was at the club and they came, straight home after going to their homie's house and eating some food and stuff and smoking or drinking, you know what I'm saying? Give them the benefit of the doubt until you see a text message that's from some weird number or contact or some kind of, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying be stupid, but I am saying that you're going to put yourself through a whole lot less stress when you're not looking for trouble that's going to come around eventually because you keep looking for it. You see what I'm saying? Like a man that's constantly getting badgered by his woman talking about, oh, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating. He's going to eventually cheat, bro, because he's like, I've been loyal this whole time, and you know what I mean? I'm not getting nothing for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might as well cheat since you always think I'm cheating, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's just things of that nature. And so the last tip that I was going to share with you guys today, which is a tip that's important, is respect. You know what I'm saying? That all the ones I talked about today tie into respect. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're respecting your partner to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? This is respecting their boundaries, respecting the person that's in front of you, respecting their family, you know what I'm saying? Respecting their friends, respecting them, like how they do life, you know what I'm saying? Their culture, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You just need to respect that person. You know what I'm saying? It's your partner. You put some respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So why I say that is, these are the 6 signs of a healthy relationship. If you have these, then you're in a healthy relationship. If you don't have these, it might be time to find somebody new or start building up on some of these traits. You know what I'm saying? And so it's up to you. If your partner is cooperable, then you might as well do it. All right. Well, that's enough for today, you guys. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Professor Pragmatic out. One more thing. Learn these things if you don't have them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see them in your relationship, don't be afraid to make them prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to make them work. Relationships are meant to build upon, to work upon. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have it all perfect in the first step. You know what I'm saying? It's like relationships take time to build and grow and all that good stuff. So make sure that you're doing that. Okay. Have a good one, you guys.